Oh boy. Hello, Social Goons. My name is Alex, and welcome back to South Park: The Stick of Truth. In the last video, we managed to reclaim the Stick of Truth, but we also got abducted by aliens. So in this video, we're just gonna figure out how to get off the ship. Now, this area is a one-time deal. Like, you cannot come back to this area ever again. So if you got stuff to find it now. Or, load up a save file or something. Sorry. Gas. I just ate dinner. Anyway, so last video we also got introduced to a new mechanic, which is the anal probe. Basically, whenever those things on the right are there, you can use that to teleport almost anywhere, like there, and what I did a few minutes ago. So the main enemies that we'll be facing on the ship are aliens, or as they were called in their first appearance, visitors. Now, aliens have a weakness to a one-time thing called, basically, there are certain equipment patches that are better than others. For the case of the aliens, though, they are weak to electric weapon perks. Was it strap-ons or patches? I can't fully remember, but basically, if you have something that can help modify the weapon to have an elemental property, use the electric one for the aliens. Although I don't have one yet. I could have had a head start, actually, back at Koopa Keep, because the item shop does have one, which you can buy at any time. Though honestly, doesn't particularly matter. Oh, and those audio logs are actually going to lead into an optional encounter, and would somewhat wholesale tell what's going to happen later on in the game. But anyway, so right through that door is an electric patch. Now, Randy is not joking about that. The aliens do not like electricity. Okay, so I need to explain this. So basically, you're playing Simon with this alien control panel, and you need to do this a handful of times in order to get Randy out of, his spot. Now, the second one that I'm going to be attempting is a mandatory loss. I'm pretty sure it's possible to do it, but I have never been successful in any of my attempts to play this. Like you can try, but don't count on it actually working, Oh, sorry. So, basically, what you're doing is that you need to not only clear out the aliens, but words. Why do you fail me? Why do you forsake me? Anyway, so it's rather simple as is, because the puzzles are pretty obvious for now, at least, but it is something to take note of. And I'm also getting this now to trigger the Randy line because he will interrupt the audio log. Sorry. Now, like I mentioned earlier, those logs are easily skippable, so you can potentially just not encounter them throughout the whole thing. And I also forgot that I needed to activate a panel in order to get rid of the door, so, you know, is what it is. I thought I could just phase through it, but that wouldn't make any sense. And also, that can happen. Sometimes in the overworld, you can get hit, but thankfully, it just takes a few seconds for your health to fully restore. Though at times there are instant deaths, so yeah. Alright, so back to the Simon thing here, and it starts out simple enough, but for some reason, when you do it right, it just keeps on doing that to Randy. I don't know why. And we got the bullshit here. I have never been able to do that crap on my first go. I was never able to do it. In fact, if anybody knows that if it's possible, please let me know. And well, I'm not sure if, you know, I'm actually gonna attempt it one day, but I just want to know if it is possible. So, you know. Okay, so now we're taking the, well, all right, now we're going against what we should have done in the first place, which is go to the actual control room. Now, to really help us here, though, we are going to take care of those guys and just leave the one dude, so that way he doesn't have any backup. And also, the ray gun is actually pretty damn useful against the aliens. Mainly because of the targeting. Well, I say targeting. The piercing damage, and I believe it has slight lightning properties. I believe it does anyway. And also I don't really like this dude because he can cause you to bleed, and bleeding is good to happen to your opponent, not you. Just saying. That's also another attack that can cause bleeding, but it doesn't really matter. We got this in the bag. You know? Oh, and also, you may have noticed that you don't have buddies in this level. That is on purpose. At least I believe it's on purpose. I think it'd be too easy otherwise. But, I mean, then again, this is not that difficult of a game. But, you know, is what it is. So, with that said, the force field around Randy is down, and we can head on back over to him. But first, I wanted to check out the other room that I forgot earlier. Basically, this will give us the second to last audio log, which is actually kind of funny. But there's also one more thing that I need to do for this particular area. At least before we go and save Randy. So, what we're doing, well, actually, just let me, let the past me show you. As soon as he opens a door. So, you see that shaft? You need to go down there. And also, I switched over to the darts because I didn't like the gun. I didn't like the gun at this point in time, but this is the final log, and well, this will play a major importance for the plot going forward. And speaking German, you can probably guess where this is going. I mean, the game has been out for like over a decade now, so I'm not exactly spoiling much of anything, but it can be kind of offensive, which is the bog standard for South Park. Which, you know, South Park, it's a pretty bog standard to offend somebody. Now, These guys are not this guy is not exactly anything new. He's like the meth heads that we fought early on in the game, but they're not. He's not exactly too taxing on you. So long as you remember you have so long as you have bleeding or burning or pretty much anything that will do significant damage to him over time, you will be golden in that fight. It's also not terribly difficult. I did have a slight bit of trouble, but it's whatever. Was not my finest moment, I will admit. But anyway, now to get Randy out of here. This is our final Simon segment, and thankfully it's a lot slower so you can memorize the pattern more. Basically, you're going to hit all of the face buttons at least once. And there we go. Randy is saved, and we get a key to actually finish off this area. And I believe we get a new weapon with this, or am I thinking of an item box in a minute? We just get the key and a friend request from Randy. Okay, let's see. What did I add here? Right. A bloodlust. Basically, you do a lot more damage to bleeding enemies, and bleeding enemies do less damage to you. So, all works out, right? There it is, the alien probe, which is stronger than the crutch that we currently hold now. But I did want to take the patch off of it first, so I'm going to be using the alien probe, at least for a little bit, until I get a better weapon. At least better in my opinion. So, yeah. You're going to have to stick with this adult's toy, let's say. Yeah. Anyway, so now that the crystal's in there, we can use the probe so we can head on up to the bridge. And also there is ancient Pokemon right up there, so if you don't get it, oh well, you're not gonna get the ancient Pokemon Company friend request. I have done before. I've gotten the trophy, so no need for that. But also, once you come up in here, he's gonna notice you and draw their things. And I also forgot to edit out the loading screen. God damn it, Alex. Okay, so first things first for this fight, you need to get rid of that matrix, because that is going to give them buffs throughout the entire fight. Now, what I should have done was just taken a speed potion and then do the thing there. But, live and learn. But thankfully though, I do make up for this by taking a speed potion right now. Now, this will give me an extra attack for that turn. Now specifically it's attack, because technically I already used one potion for my turn. So I can either use my powers or just wail on them. Okay, now the alien pilots will have some different attacks. The photon torpedo does a lot of damage and can burn you, and well, I'm not exactly sure what else is there, but basically the captain is the only one that has fire photon torpedoes. So when the captain is gone, though, the co-pilot takes up the captain position and even dons his little hat and everything. So My idea here was to get both of them bleeding, so that way. Oh, yeah, the bridge. I think that was because I got his health low enough, and I also don't remember it burning me. But it's whatever. Just take a cure potion, and this is a massive cakewalk. Bam. So, yeah. It's not a difficult dungeon, but it is kind of fun for what it is. And now the UFO crash lands into South Park, which honestly for the standards of the show is actually not a bad effect. You know, because like technically speaking, like all this is made in a computer. It's not like actual paper and stuff like that. So you know it. Oh my God, it's Big Boss. Which is the same joke a lot of people made. And is that Arnold Schwarzenegger behind him? Seriously, it kind of looks like Arnold, doesn't it? Like from the 80s and such. But anyway, so now there is alien goo that can turn people into what that hobo was. And this becomes a background plot that leaks into the main story for the rest of the game. So basically what's going to go on, well, actually, now that that's out of the way, I can take care of these. And you can sell pretty much everything you want, which I believe I do in a minute. Or actually, I think we're coming up to the end of the video, actually. Goddamn. Anyway. So, yeah. So now we're in the second act of the game, which I would say is the second third. Basically, one, your parents are still trying to get you to say something, but also they hint at you to go and watch the TV. But if you just decide to go out of the house, Cartman will just turn it on for you anyway, so you can see this cutscene. And this just gives you a scope for how oblivious the residents of the town are, and also how long has it been since you've seen this dude, the midget in a bikini? Like seriously, how long has it been since you've seen this dude? And yes, it is a Taco Bell. I don't know why they added that, but I mean, I can complain. Okay, so now regardless, whatever Eric is gonna tell you, you will play it as normal. So with that said, if you guys, well, actually got a little bit of time, but since we are coming up close to the end of the video at least, I can at least tell you what we're going to do in the next video. So basically in the next video, we are going to be recruiting, well, we're going to be recruiting the goth kids from the show. And if you know them, then, well, it is what it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. The next milestone we'll be celebrating is 500 subscribers, and if possible, I would like to hit that by June. So until next time, Social Goons, remember, reach for the stars.
Who's that?
I think it's that new kid people are talking about.
Beat it, new kid. This area is strictly for goth kids. What's this? Join the Kingdom of Koopa Keep to battle the wicked elves. All recruits welcome. Sorry, Frodo. We don't play Dungeons and Douchebags.
Yeah, beat it, new kid.
Ah, come on, let's do it. We never do anything.
No way. We can't do what this kid asks us to do. He's a conformist. Look at his clothes and his hair.
Yeah, tell you what, new kid. Get the right clothes and some cigarettes and coffee, and then talk to us again.
Yeah, if you want to prove you aren't a conformist, then you need to look exactly like we do. Then, maybe we'll consider hanging out with you.